Now, thanks to 90 Mile Wines and Anytime Fitness Glenelg, it's Chewing the Fat with Bevan Jones.
Well, g'day and welcome to Chewing the Fat. And amazingly, Contax Netball Club are going for 3 premierships in a row this year in the seniors and reserves. And we've got the great pleasure tonight of being joined by 3 of their stars who have also gone on to play netball for the Thunderbirds. To my left is their skipper, Gia Beaton. To my right is Charlee Hodges. And to her right is Gia Abernethy. Girls, great to have you all on Chewing the Fat tonight.
Thank you.
Georgia, we'll start with you. Talk us through your journey. You started here with Contax and then going into playing for the Thunderbirds as well.
Yeah, well, I started in the sub-primaries back in the day, a long time ago now, and I guess just progressed through the junior grades, played with the state league when I was 16, and then went up to the Thunderbirds. And then back down.
and yourself, Charlee, talk us through your experience.
Very similar to GB. So I started in primaries and went through the ranks and did the whole state stuff as well. So 17s, 19s, 21s, and then a couple of years of being a training partner. Lucky enough to last year be with the Thunderbirds full time. I got called up. Training partner again this year, but I went over to New Zealand. I played for the Northern Stars in Auckland, so that was cool. And now back with Blues, which is awesome.
And Gia, you've also spent a bit of time overseas in Scotland, and talk us through your journey so far as well.
Yeah, so unfortunately pretty much the same as these two in terms of where we started, both in juniors, Contax coming through, training partner with the Thunderbirds and had a few games with them, which was good, and then moved over to the UK last year to play for the Sirens over in the UK Super League. So arrived home in May and wanted to get back into the Blues environment, and luckily they welcomed me back with open arms. So.
And how did you girls find sort of playing overseas and the difference between playing, say, overseas and in Australia?
Yeah, so overseas last season was actually pretty exciting. A lot of the National Roses players came home to play because World Cup this year was in Liverpool and they wanted to have a season back on their home turf. So it really lifted the intensity and the level of competition. So it was a very exciting season.
And Charlee, New Zealand?
New Zealand's a different kettle of fish. So they're only allowed 1 import per team. So I was lucky enough to be that import. So the style was pretty stock standard. You get what you get every week, that classic zone style, New Zealand style. So I was able to learn every single week exactly what we were playing against, and lucky enough to also play against most of the Ferns girls as well, because there's only 6 teams in the New Zealand League, so got to get a bit of a taste of that international level against them.
Terrific, that would have been an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was good. And it was good, yeah.
And Georgia, we spoke about this off air. There's apparently 31 of your teams are playing finals out of 35 possible teams this year. What makes Contax so strong?
Oh, look, I think there's a really great culture here. We've got some good programs with our juniors getting developed quite early. We've got Marg Angove, who's involved with the coaches at the junior league. So they're really brought up in this really professional environment, and I guess, the players that we use, they even start them on them really early. So they grow up and everyone sort of has this same blue style, and I guess it's successful. So, when they've practiced enough in it, it's clearly working, and the teams are getting some success.
And what do you girls think makes Contax so strong, Charlee?
Me? I definitely think the same, and it's more like a family. I guess some of your best mates are in your team. I remember my first team I actually played with Gia's sister, and we're all really great friends still, and that was when I was 11. And there's no real temptation to ever leave, because whatever team that you are in, you're welcome with open arms and they support you no matter what, so it's really good.
Wonderful. And Gia?
Yeah, I agree with both of them. I think just our coaches, our level of coaches and the support that they get all through the juniors, I think, is a true testament to the senior coaches. So these girls are just learning skills and developing a lot more at a higher standard compared to other clubs, which is good, and hence why we've got so many teams in finals. So yeah, it's a mixture of everything, but it's all working, which is great.
And in terms of your coach, Leanne, it's time to throw her under the bus a little bit. What makes Leanne such a good coach?
I think I played a season with her. I sort of coattailed in, and I was wing defence as well. So personally, I really like that. She was that wing defence that I looked up to when I was in juniors, and then sort of I came in, and I'm now learning from her on the other side. But she just, I think, coaches with that real player mentality. Like, she knows how to convey what she wants to say really well, and in a really practical sense that I guess we come up from the bench and we know exactly, sort of what our new direction is, or, she'll pick up things that we'll be feeling out on court, and she's just really keyed into that kind of stuff.
And yourself, Charlee, what's your thoughts?
I definitely think Leanne goes out of her way to develop relationships and develop that respect with players, and I think it's more when you go out there and you're doing it for each other, but you also want to do it for your coach as well, out of respect. And also she is more of a motherly figure. She brings her kids out all the time, so she does feel like you're not related, but you're a bit closer to her than she's not just a coach. She's very approachable, so you never feel like you can't ask the questions and don't ask those hard questions, and she doesn't feel like she can't ask them as well. So I guess that respect relationship is something massive that she focuses on, and it really works, especially for, I guess, our girls. One of the big values that we are all brought up on is that respect and being open to everyone else and reaching out to each other.
And Gia, your thoughts?
One thing she's really good at is communication. So everybody knows where they stand with her, whether they're in league or Resies or a bit in between. She never sort of leaves anything to last minute, and everyone's on the same page, which I think is where a lot of that respect comes from.
Yes.
So you want to do well for her, and she's got great support with our assistant coaches, Jane Fitzgerald, who also played with Georgia and I think you had a season with her, and Sarah Bidmar as well. So we're pretty fortunate that they're the three that are the ones that are guiding us sort of through this finals campaign, and very, very fortunate to be coached by all of them.
And what's the difference between playing, say, on a Friday night at Priceline Stadium versus playing in the Suncorp Super Netball League?
Well, these guys would have to answer that. I played when it was ANZ champ, so. But yeah, I mean, obviously the standards lower. There's not that real high, super high international quality netball, but it's certainly very competitive, and the teams really have that history with each other, and given that a lot of us players, and particularly with us in Matrix, there's been that real core group that have moved through, so that you're finding a little bit in the Suncorp that players are moving around season by season, but we have a real history with a lot of clubs in the league, so when you do come up against them in finals, there's that real bit of heart behind you as well, so I think that's a big difference.
Like a Port Norwood rivalry kind of thing.
Yeah, it goes back.
And what's your thoughts, Charlee?
Definitely that. I guess there's more to the Contax or the state league, because no one's really getting paid to play, so everyone's rocking up because they want to be there, and they want to be there for their team. So I guess, not saying that there isn't passion and value when you play for SSN, of course you do, that's your job, but this is more than a job. I think you come here to it's kind of a hobby, and you come here to escape as well, and you go on Friday nights because you genuinely do enjoy it, and you're not doing it for the money, you're doing it for each other, and I think that's really a key value of this competition, is everyone's doing it for the love of the game, and that's what brought us all together from the first place, so it's good.
Probably helps towards winning 3 in a row potentially as well.
Definitely.
So, and Gia, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's definitely that little bit extra motivating to think that it could be 3 in a row, but we kind of don't look at it like that. We just want a premiership. We want a premiership every year, and this just happens to be the 3rd year in a row that we are going for it. So a lot of people talk about the Garville Contax rivalry. A lot of our parents sort of grew up watching that rivalry, which they've definitely been a strong team, but that Matrix Contax rivalry that's happened in sort of the last 5 to 10 years that's been building is a really strong one, and there's a lot of respect between the two teams. So I think, all of us sort of getting around each other, looking forward to those Friday nights. Like Charlie said, you do it because you genuinely want to be there, and you genuinely want to take it to the best. So very much looking forward to whoever we face in a couple of Fridays' time.
And I spoke to Margango recently, club legend, you spoke about before as well, girls. Now she's got that kind of philosophy where you play hard but you also party hard. Now no doubt you've had some big end of season trips in recent years. Do you want to sort of share some stories, or is that something you can't do?
What happens in Vegas, but no, we certainly celebrate the wins, and there has been a little talk of play like you party with us, but we certainly don't party unless there's something to celebrate, so that's what we're striving for, and we really are friends off the court, which sounds a bit cliched, but it just makes it all that more fun when we do get together for social events and stuff like that, and Marg certainly gets around it as well, so don't let her tell you otherwise.
And you've got to dress up night tonight, which is just terrific. Charlie, your thoughts?
Definitely work hard, play hard, party hard, but has to be earned. There's no use of partying when you've had a shocking season. I guess it's back to the drawing board after that, but definitely celebrate the wins, celebrate the small things as well, and I think we do well on off court and off court, but definitely have to earn both of them.
Definitely agree with that. It's I mean, we've only won the first final, and all it's given us is a week off, which doesn't mean anything to us. So, yeah, get down to business. We've got 2 more weeks to go, and yeah, it's kind of funny on our days off we end up hanging out with each other anyway when we don't actually have to. So, yeah, no, we've got a really good group, and we make sure we enjoy those times because we won't be playing with this group forever. We know that, so we have to make the most of it while it's happening.
That's wonderful. I mean, I've played footy for like 20 plus years, and you're right, that sort of friendship you've got forever in sport, so it's just awesome. Outside of netball, what sort of interest do you have, Georgia?
I'm pretty obsessed with my dog. I have a retired greyhound, so he's come to recovery a couple of times in his little jumpers. But yeah, not heaps, you know, the usual, hanging out, got my family here, a little nephew that is a lot of fun. So yeah, nothing too crazy. A lot of netball, takes up a lot of time.
Charlie, similar with you? Or?
Yeah, but I study podiatry at uni, so feet, for whoever doesn't know that. Don't have a foot fetish, so let's get that out of the way. And yeah, just a classic, love my dogs. I'd like to adopt all my family's dogs, so I've got a Staffy, Bulldog and 2 Labs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not all in the one house, but I will definitely go and make sure I walk them all at some stage during the week. And when I don't have uni, I'm usually catching up with these guys, which is very, not sad, but it kind of is sometimes.
No, we enjoy each other's company.
True.
No, we sound kind of creepy because I'm kind of obsessed with my dog as well. I have a Kelpie, which I play with my sister, and we both, we say is both about Kelpies, and a few times all the dogs have rocked up to recovery. So honestly, it sounds so weird that we all just do pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, we're all friends and our dogs are all friends.
One big happy family.
Yeah, I know, and it's not even a cliche.
Hey, it's working. So
Yeah,
Exactly.
keep doing it.
now you girls are both the daughters of superstar Magpies players,
cut out the
Scotty Hodges and Bruce Abernethy. Do you girls both follow the footy as well?
Yep, yeah.
Try to. They haven't done very well this year, so no, definitely try and. Didn't really get a choice growing up who I barracked for, but I'm glad Dad picked Port Adelaide, and it's kind of just one of those things that stays in the family. You've got to kind of get around them. And,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, support them through thick and thin, good seasons and bad seasons.
Went to both grand finals. One they won and the one they lost by 100 points.
Which sad face.
Oh, yeah, very
Win
sad.
some, you lose some.
And you follow the footy as well, or?
Yeah, my dad hails from Canberra, so he's a Union fan. So yeah, we're a bit more tuned into the Wallabies, but you know, we'll watch footy on a weekend.
And now, before I let you girls go, we've got to finish off with the thing that's just taking over Australia and the world at the moment is The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Who's going to?
I was like, the Survivor?
Who's
Singing the Ashes.
Who's going to win it, Gia?
I honestly don't watch it. I have no time for that show. I'm sorry, I don't even have an answer for you, but maybe someone who plays sport. One of the blonde ones that plays sport. I don't know. She should be in our team.
No, Chelsea's going to win it. I think the engineer, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
good
Survivor. What about Survivor?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I just wanted to watch it.
Yeah, it's
Who do you
awesome.
reckon's going to win?
I reckon that Dave guy.
Yeah, Dave or Luke. Yeah. Or Janine if she's takes it to the end.
Yeah, who knows? But, and Georgia?
I don't watch it either. No, I'm more of a Netflix gal. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Well, Georgia Beaton, Charlee Hodges, Gia Abernethy, thanks so much for joining me today on Chewing the Fat. Thanks to Darren Peters and to Leanne Eichler for giving me some very interesting information on these girls, and all the very best in a couple of weeks' time in the grand final. Hopefully you can go for 3 in a row and another end of season trip to tell more stories about. So thanks a lot, girls.
Thank you for having
Cheers.
us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.